And, what do you think of your tour so far? You were in Lexington yesterday, you were just in Hindman, made the drive over here. Thoughts so far?
Well, we've had a wonderful time, and we've been eager to get over on this trip because we know some of the great work that's going on in the Eastern Kentucky area. The National Endowment for the Arts has some investments in here in terms of grants awarded, and in terms, there's about 4 projects here totaling of about $500,000 and together, and we've seen how these grants have stimulated more activity, really been able to celebrate and honor the long-established traditions in this area. It's very satisfying to see the work that's being done here.
And you kind of explained it, but why make the trip to Eastern Kentucky? Why not someplace else?
Oh, it's absolutely worth making the trip to Eastern Kentucky. Think about the long-established traditions and the purity and the authenticity of what's been passed down for generations in this area, and couple that with the fact that people are recognizing how the Eastern Kentucky area is distinctive, and we can celebrate what it has to offer. And then there's an economic impact as well based upon these the craftsmanship, the artistry done that's been passed over the generations, passed along. And now people are wanting to be here, from tourism to even the jobs that are created, and there's more economic impact to come as a result.
Among the things, you talked about the long-established traditions. What's the biggest one that's jumped out at you in the short time that you've been here?
Well, we're now here in Apple Shop, and it's had a wonderful opportunity to show off the long-established traditions. And we just came from Hindman, where we visited the dulcimer, creation of the dulcimers and all those instruments. I have a music background, so really was able to understand not only the creation. It's clear that those who've made the instruments have the skills to do it, but it's more than that. It's that they were learning the nuances of long-established traditions over the generations that really represent Eastern Kentucky. So there's a lot of heartfelt meaning behind the creation of those instruments, as well as just the technical skill. And so we saw a lot of other crafts as well, beautiful quilts and the dolls made and the baskets and the creation of those tables. That's all heartfelt meaning as well as the actual technical skill.
Does it make you glad that the money that was going into grants went there?
They've done a great job with those grants, and there's even they've brought people together around it. They brought the community together. When you start thinking about having an arts-based project, and people come from the community together who probably haven't worked together before, and they might come from different sectors, all around an arts-based project, it's very satisfying.
And of course, you said that your background is in music. It looks like most of your background is in music. What's it like to be able to, put your hands on a dulcimer and come to Eastern Kentucky and do that kind of thing?
Well, it's really fun on a number of different levels. One is simply just to understand the technical aspects of the dulcimer, but it's more than that. I've been able to put my hands on, for example, an instrument that I know is made from generations and generations of learning and tradition, and that's very special.
And you mentioned, it was kind of a big thing that you out of personal funds, we will note, decided to purchase some instruments there. Is that something that you do along every stop? Do you try and get a memento? And why did you decide to do that?
I loved and personally being able to purchase an instrument, which I did while I was here, and it's just very special to know that it comes from the purity and the authenticity of those long-established traditions. You can't pass something like that up.